I think it's time for a pretty cool story. So, I'm in Georgia right now. It is March 9th. I'm headed to the airport to go to Finland today. Why the hell am I going to Finland? Well, it all started when I bought a car from a guy named Henry Atikoski, the blue E36. We became good friends, kept in contact, and then I decided that I wanted to fulfill my childhood dreams of rally. So for the last like maybe a year or so, I've been playing on my sim here. A little Dirt 2 and then Assetto Corsa Rally came out, and here's a little clip of me playing on the sim.
50, 6 right, 60, keep middle of a crest over 80, caution, or left of a crest tightens 2. Meters 3 right long, tightens, into 4 left.
Basically been doing the sim thing since 2020, and since then I have seemingly learned a lot when it comes to car control, and I've also done a lot of track days and drift events and car control clinics, and even some wheel-to-wheel racing with my Spec E30, and I've got all kinds of cool cars that I've been building and playing with and driving and sliding around for the last couple years. Well, about 5 months ago or 6 months ago or so, I hit up Henry and I was like, hey, I think I want to buy a rally car and potentially do some Finnish rally, like maybe some gravel stages or some even snow. And he's like, okay, I'll start looking. He immediately hit me back up like fucking a day later, and he's like, hey, I found a pretty cool car. He went and looked at it. It wasn't too terribly far away from him. He picked it up. And we thought it was going to need a little bit of things. I mean, I knew it was not going to be an easy task, but yeah, about 6 months, a lot of work went into this car. I'm going to see it for the first time. I'm going to put a lot of story posts and picture posts up in this video so that you can see what it's come from, and then when I get there, we'll see where it is. So next Sunday, up in the northern part of Finland, close to the Laplands area, we're going to be doing some testing to make sure the car is all squared away for the upcoming weekend stages, which is about 300 kilometers of stages on snow and mixed conditions. I have never done stage rally before. The only experience I have with pace notes is Dirt 2 and Assetto Corsa Rally, and a lot of YouTube videos. So we're gonna see how well it translates. My co-driver, which you'll meet I'm sure later in these videos if he wants to be a part of it. Well, obviously he's gonna be a part of it for co-driving, but I don't know if he wants to be videoed. And then Henry is gonna be the crew manager, and we're gonna have some fun. So I'm excited. Hopefully you guys will enjoy me trying to live out a childhood dream of doing rally, because I've wanted to do this since I was like 12 years old when I first played a game on N64 called Top Gear Rally, which I actually still have, and I will show you right now because why not? That's it. That's what started it all. And 25 years later, we're doing it.
Se on leikkuri puoli senttiä alempaa. Niin, mä voin kyllä kertoa, että toi leikkurin ton lipun tekeminen, se ei oo mikään niinku kiva juttu.
Päästä irti siitä. Joo. Oikeanpuolimmainen oli 5 senttiä alempana. Niin menikö se nyt vielä alemmaksi vittu?
Puoli senttiä oli. Nyt se on niinku...
Sentti.
Tämä laski.
Jos se
Juu.
Nyt.
Niin, kyllä.
Did you see the mirrors yet?
No, what are these?
Yeah.
Those are cool. Is that like M3 style?
Yeah, E30 DTM cop style.
Oh shit, E30?
Yes.
Cool. I want to introduce everybody, but it's late and I mean, I don't know. This makes me sad.
Yeah.
It's all good. Henry, the quarter panel has exploded. What? I don't know. Fuck. Just the dent over here.
Do you want us to overpaint this tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Tonight. What do you mean tomorrow?
Yeah, we can go.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. We just need to go 200 kilometers to another city. Transfer 10k and tomorrow it's
Easy.
We can raise the car more.
Hello, are you okay being filmed? He hates it. Contraband smuggled from America. I'm going to give you a little update on what is exactly going on. So it is the next day. I flew in last night, well, yesterday I flew into Finland, flew into Helsinki, had a layover in Amsterdam. Didn't sleep very much, pretty tired. Got in, we actually got in at like 1, I got in, I was by myself, sorry, a little confusing. Got in at 1 p.m. and then Mika picked me up from the airport, took me over to the shop to see the car, and then I went out with a guy named A. That's not actually his real name, but it's a Finnish name, it's hard for me to pronounce, so he goes by A, and then P2, which is my co-driver for this rally stage that I'm here doing in Finland. And we went out in their recce car.
5 and right. Two. Right 4. If you want more scale,
Yeah.
add more numbers, not minuses,
Okay.
and that kind of things, because it's simple. It's more simple that you have one number or minus
Yeah.
or plus or that kind of thing. Add more numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where the 10 scale comes from.
Yeah.
There's not a 10. There's not an 8 minus or an 8 plus. It's just 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's same in notes which are words or letters, there are no minuses, because
I guess it makes
the trend is that you don't use those, because it's more stuff and it's more change to misunderstand the notes.
Yep.
All right. So
Okay.
1 kilometer more, and then we chase the driver.
They drove them, did the pace notes, I watched, and then I drove the pace notes while Petu was calling them, and A was in the back just kind of listening. We made some changes if we needed to based on how the road felt and how the pace notes felt. It felt good. We ended up going with the 1 through 6 system, which is the one that's used on Dirt 2 and Assetto Corsa Rally, which 1 through 6, if you're not familiar with like how pace notes are called, there are a bunch of different variations of ways and numerical changes, and even in Finnish there's actually like letters that they use for different radiuses of turns and how sharp they are, and to kind of give you information about the roads. Okay, so what is at the end? Because you're gonna need, this is like a junction and a 90-degree left, right? So
Yeah.
301 caution, 90-degree left junction or something like that.
Yeah. Caution, left to junction. Junction. 80. Crest and right 6. 40 over crest and right 6 long over crest. 40 over crest and right 6 long over crest.
So, for example, the ones on Assetto Corsa and Dirt 2 are a 1 through 6 system. So 1 being a very sharp hairpin turn, 2 being slightly less, 3 even more progressively less, and all the way up to 6 being the least amount of turn. We are doing it on studded tires, which I've actually never driven before, so that's going to be interesting to kind of feel the grip. These are 8mm studs on a Michelin tire, and again, we're driving a rear-wheel drive BMW. I wanted something for this build overall to just be like familiar to me, so I'll probably do another video on the backstory of this car and how it got purchased and built essentially, but I was like, I want to do some rally, but I don't really know what to do, what car to do, but I think I want a rear-wheel drive BMW just because that's what I like playing with on these games. I grew up watching like Colin McRae and playing dirt, or not playing dirt, but watching rally. So obviously I was a big Subaru fan for a long time, and since then I've kind of gone into the whole Euro space and gotten into BMWs, and I like the idea of a rear-wheel drive car because I'm not really trying to win anything per se. I just like the small amounts of slip angle and driving very well balanced cars, and BMWs are really nice for me to drive. So as far as the pace notes and learning how to do that, my experience is literally limited to playing video games, which is a kind of a cool testament because I don't really, we'll see how well it translates. It seems like it's going to translate really well because after the course yesterday and working with Pedu for you know an hour and a half, I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm extremely comfortable, but I'm definitely very comfortable considering I've never done a real stage before, a special stage. So we're actually at Henry's shop right now, and we're loading up. I'm not loading anything, as you can see. I'm basically here just watching because Henry and his team, which I will introduce you to, I'll just give you a brief rundown, but there's Mika, Rope, Sebastian, Sammy is the tuner, and then Henry, and then myself, and that's kind of the team, and then the co-driver is Petu, and then his father A, and that's kind of going to be the team, although Sammy and Sebastian will not be with us. So again, not that you will remember everyone's names, but just know that all of these people made this happen, and I'm super grateful for all of them and all of their time that they put into this project, because this car essentially has been completely rebuilt from almost a rotisserie build. The only thing, it would have been actually easier to do a rotisserie build, but they left the engine in and did all the fabrication and everything in about 3 months. So this car went from what we thought was probably going to be a fairly well sorted car that didn't need that much to, I just let Henry a la carte the whole thing, and now it's freaking insane, as you will see. So I'll give you a walk around the shop and kind of show you the build room and all that stuff where Henry did the wiring harness, and then I'll maybe do some beauties of the car and show you guys what it's all about out in the sunlight, because it hasn't actually left the shop other than to go to the dyno without doors on it in like 3 months. And yeah, he's loading up the Vito in the background over here, as you can't see, you can kind of see. Fucking spikes!
You already destroyed my shoes.
These?
Yeah.
That?
Yeah. These are fucking...
Brand new.
Yeah. I have to figure out some kind of process of transporting these. Because it already snapped one of those as well.
Really?
Yeah, because, well, it goes straight through when you tighten it up.
Yeah.
Voi 2 muuttolaatikkoa.
2 porakonetta on.
Yeah, this again is probably the last time it will be clean, so take some cell phone pictures.
It's really picky with the car. It wants to yeah.
He's going fast. He might be scared.
No, the ice is still pretty thick because here it was like fucking minus 20.
Got him. 8 hours in. The cleaning. Yes. The smallest room ever. But the closet is big. could definitely get in there.
3 people room.
Is there
If you count
coffee?
the closet.
Or they have black tea.
Yeah, there's.
This reminds me of China. China.